Hello there! This is LEGO Dynasty, and today I'm bringing you guys my review of the LEGO Star Wars Yoda's Jedi Starfighter. It is set number 75360, comes with 253 pieces, and is rated ages 8 and up. Now this set retails in the United States for $34.99 and in Canada for $44.99. Now without further ado, let's kick off this review, starting with the box. Now taking a look at the box, of course you can see Yoda's Jedi Starfighter flying away in space with R2-D2 of course. Now this set is specifically based off of the Clone Wars Season 6, The Lost Missions, released shortly after Disney purchased Star Wars, and was some of the finished episodes with this arc tackling Yoda, looking into the mystic abilities of the Force, and basically learning how to become a Force ghost in a way, and explaining how he was able to talk to Qui-Gon in Revenge of the Sith, etc. Now, of course, it was a very interesting arc, but I do feel this set is missing something crucial, which I'll get into later. But the box itself looks very nice, has the nice yellow marking to represent it as a Clone Wars set, which is accurate. On the back of the box, you can see Yoda and R2-D2 with the Starfighter in parked position. You can see some of the main play functionalities of this ship. Definitely a lot smaller than some of the other Starfighters, but makes sense. Now, before we get into the set, figured I'd show off the manual. It is a rendered image, which in my opinion does not look the best on the front. Used to be what the box art is, reprinted onto this, but they have cut corners on ink costs, and overall it doesn't look as premium of a product in my opinion. Now, it does in the back include some advertisements for some of the other LEGO sets that are currently out, such as the battle packs and the mech sets, along with, and I never understood why they do this, advertising the set that is actually in the set. Now you are left with some extra pieces that I have compiled into this little baggie here, as you can see, including an extra stud shooter missile, an extra lightsaber hilt, which is very nice, some Technic and stud pieces. Overall, all free parts for you to add to your LEGO collection. Taking a look at our Yoda minifigure, and I gotta say, I really like this Yoda. Looks very nice. While it is a Clone Wars Yoda, it no longer has the Clone Wars style like they used to have back in like 2008 to 2012 or 2013. They've sort of merged the character styles, so they sort of blend in with both live action and animation styles. And overall, I think this one looks pretty good. It's got the nice rubber ears there, nice printing on the back. He's got his green lightsaber. Like overall, a standard Yoda, but still a very nice one. Our next minifigure is R2-D2, and overall, nothing too special about R2-D2, though he does have back printing, which is very nice to see. Something that hopefully will happen to all Astromechs, but as of now, it really seems like R2-D2 is the main character that they will give back printing no matter what. So overall, pretty nice. A while ago this wasn't included, so definitely adds a lot of detail to the R2-D2. But overall, he's just another R2-D2. Now, before we get into the ship, I have to say that it really feels like there should have been an extra third minifigure here. This arc specifically tackles the Wills, as they are called by George Lucas, W-H-I-L-L, as they sort of control the Force, manipulate the midichlorians. Would have been nice to either get one of those sort of characters, or more specifically, a Darth Bane minifigure. Now, this is a remake of a set from, I believe, 2013 or 2014, maybe 2015. Apologies, don't have the exact year. I personally don't have that set. But this is pretty much almost exactly a carbon copy, just using some smaller pieces, some other pieces that they now have available. And I think what would really help set this set apart is if they included that third minifigure, especially if it was perhaps a Darth Bane minifigure, as we have never gotten that character. And I think it would have been really cool with him in this sort of Sith armor. I think it would have been really nice to have some sort of third minifigure, as I definitely think it would have helped justify its high price tag. But let's get into now. Taking a look at the Yoda Starfighter, I have to say it looks very nice and definitely evokes some of the other Jedi Interceptors from Revenge of the Sith, which is definitely what it's supposed to do, of course, and represents what we see in the Clone Wars episode, as it is meant to be sort of a slimmed down, bulkier sort of looking ship, as it fits Yoda inside of it and isn't meant to be like a full Jedi interceptor, as Yoda wouldn't fit in the cockpit, as he wouldn't be able to see over top of it. So overall, it definitely has some nice usage there. I do like, and this just goes back to how transitions in canon sort of evokes what Darth Vader's TIE Advance sort of looks like. And overall, it sort of show how the transition between the Republic and Empire happened. But that's getting into the canon elements and not what the LEGO designers did, as they just really, in my opinion, copied it quite well, how it looks in canon. It does have some nice sticker detail, as you can see here, that definitely aids in the detail of the ship. It would have been nice if some of this was printed, especially this Republic logo on these parts here, but alas, they went with sticker detail, which still aids the set. Now, the front windshield piece is fully see-through, but it is a printed element, which is awesome to see there, and you have some nice room for Yoda to fit inside. You do have to take off Yoda's lightsaber, of course, to fit him in, but after that, it is quite easy to get him inside. You just lift that up there, slide him in, and then you have some studs for him to sit in. You do have to move his hands, I should mention, in order to allow him to stand upright there, as you can see. Close that down, close that, and you can see him ready to go. Now, of course, in the show itself, he's meant to be sitting, so has to be some sort of design limitations there. Can't have him look perfect. Obviously, they're using the short or completely stationary legs as well for Yoda, which they've used entirely, and makes a lot more sense than even giving him the opposable legs, as I don't think that would look quite right, as he is meant to be noticeably smaller than the other characters. Now, the detail itself overall looks quite nice. You can see the nice stud shooter missiles there, which can be activated simply by placing your fingers on the back and firing it on both sides. Now, they do give you an extra missile, as I mentioned, which is nice in case you do lose them. Though, in my case, I'm just left with a bin full of these missiles that I'll probably never shoot off again other than on videos. Now, the other main functionality is you can fit R2-D2 on the back here, right in position there, as you can see. And he looks okay. I do think it looks kind of funky, just how barren it looks on the back there. Like, feels like this should be taller than it is, as I definitely don't feel like R2-D2, like, it feels like R2-D2 can just fall out. Now, he is quite stable. He's not going to fall out like that way, but just when you're looking at it from this angle, it just doesn't look right to me. But that's just me personally. When you look at it from this angle, I think it looks pretty decent with R2-D2 on top there, but I still think he looks like he's standing up a bit too tall. Like, we should only really be able to see his top of his like dome piece, rather than being able to see, you know, a solid chunk of him there. But maybe I'm off on that. I admittedly haven't seen the episode in quite some time, so overall though, I think this does capture the look of the ship quite well. Now, the last play functionality, if you want to call it that, is the ability to clip Yoda's lightsaber on the side there with it activated, just so you don't lose it. Of course, you can pop off the blade if you wanted to, but either way, you get that ability to do so. And if you wanted to just have it completely like this without the blade, you're given the extra lightsaber hilt as an extra piece, if I can get the blade part off. So you could technically leave it as is and just have that be an extra detail fully, but in my case, I'll just put the lightsaber back in and give Yoda his lightsaber whenever he needs it. Now, the biggest issue with this set has to be its price. At $34.99 US and $44.99 Canadian, it is a downright travesty, maybe even a crime, that they didn't give an extra minifigure in this set, especially since other themes at this price point would get 3, sometimes 4 minifigures. The Star Wars tax is absolutely real when it comes to sets like this, where they definitely limit the minifigures that they really have no reason to. I really feel like this set is definitely missing a 3rd minifigure, maybe even a 4th minifigure if you want to go there, like whether it's one of the Wills or Darth Bane, or even a Sifo Dyas, as Yoda does see Sifo Dyas, or a Count Dooku and Palpatine with their, Sith Cauldron. Like, I feel like they definitely could have just done something, added something to the set that would have justified its higher price point, would have added an extra couple of pieces, and they would have still been able to charge it for its current price and would have made a lot more sense. Now, this set came out a while ago. I waited for the set to go on sale, and that's what I absolutely recommend you guys to do. I do not recommend at all picking this set up at full price. I think it is definitely way overpriced, and this is something you should vote with your wallet, because make no mistake about it, they get this data. They see what sets sell well, what sets sell when that's on sale, and hopefully in the long run it helps bring the costs of these sets down, because this one I just think is way too expensive at its current retail price. But in the end, that's all my opinion. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the Yoda's Jedi Starfighter. Did you guys have the previous version of the set, or are you guys planning to pick this one up, or have you already? Let me know in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe if you have enjoyed, and have a great day, everyone.